Aquarius, welcome to your reading for the week of July 14th through the 20th. We are going to pick one of these categories at random. The first category is your social life and your connections. The second category is your work. The third category is your self-care and your mental health. And the fourth category are your passions and hobbies. So we will pick one of these categories at random with the picker wheel here. So let's see what comes up for you, Aquarius. Green one? Number one. So number one is your social life and your connections. That's going to be the focus for this week. And this reading is think about the things that you do and the people in your life, just to reflect on your social life and your connections. We will cut the deck here and then do a 5-card spread. So let's cut the deck to have a focus card at the bottom. And the card at the bottom is the 3 of Wands. So this is a card of expansion, right? How are you thinking about expanding your social life and your network and your connections right now, right? Like maybe for some of you, you want to do more things or you want to connect with more people. And maybe for some of you, you're thinking about the connections that you have and the things that you do and how it's going to expand you, right? So with the 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, think about expansion when it comes to your social life and your connections in your world right now, Aquarius. So we're going to get 5 cards here and we'll clarify. Your first card is the Page of Wands. The second card is the Hierophant. The third card is Justice. Very Aquarian card. The fourth card is the Magician. Awesome. Lots of major arcana here. And the fifth card is the King of Cups. Okay, so the first card is the Page of Wands. So this is asking you to become more adventurous in your social life and in your connections right now, right? Whatever adventure means for you. Adventure, it can be internal adventures that you're taking on at home. Adventure with the Page of Wands is taking on a new adventure and not knowing where you're going. Maybe this is with your connections and your social life, trying new things, doing new things, meeting new people, doing new things with the people in your life, right? It's about new adventures, right? And you don't know, the Page of Wands doesn't know where he's going. He just is very much happy to be on this adventure. So that's the energy that you need to have, right? Like it's a card of taking on new adventures, and whatever that means for you, Aquarius, think about how you're going to bring new experiences into your social life and your connections. Your second card is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the teacher. The Hierophant is about being able to, really use your intuition, right? The Hierophant is able to translate messages down from heaven and use it to teach others. So maybe in your social life and in your connections right now, you are becoming a teacher, right? Maybe you're learning so much, Aquarius, right, that you're able to become more of an expert. The Hierophant is definitely a representation of being an expert. So it's like, that might be something you might be able to use your expertise in your social life and in your connections right now to help expand other people, to help teach other people, to help other people grow, right? So with the Hierophant there, think about how you can be a symbol or a beacon of, a teacher in your connections and your social life right now. Next card you have is Justice. So Justice is, balance. Justice is balancing out your social life right now. Maybe you're doing too much. Maybe you're not doing enough, right? Maybe you need to get out of the house more. Justice is a card of definitely bringing things to balance. It's a card of taking a look at your social life and your connections right now. Which ones are worth giving your attention to, right? It's definitely a card of, really analyzing with a balanced perspective as far as your social life and your connections go, and who and what you're going to give your energy to. Your fourth card is the Magician. So this is thinking about how your social life and your connections right now, like how is it helping you to master skills and tools, right? Like maybe when you go out with your friends, it just helps you become more emotional, or it helps you become more creative, or it helps expand your mental clarity, right? Or it helps expand your again your creativity, or it helps you to think about work, right? So the magician is a master of all of the suits in the tarot, and he knows which tool to use. So it's like when you go out with friends, and or you go out into the world and you socialize, or maybe you're not, right? Maybe you're taking a break from your social life. Like how is it helping you to really expand your gifts and your tools here with this magician? And then you have the King of Cups, right? So next to the Magician, it's asking you to think about the connections in your life and the social, the things that you do in your social life that help you expand emotionally, right? The King of Cups is a master of his feelings, the master of his emotions, right? So it's like when you're connecting with other people, and it's for me, it's harder as an Aquarius rising because I live so much in my mind, right? Like think about the connections and the things that you do in your social world right now that expand your emotions and your feelings here with that King of Cups. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify. Your first card is the Page of Wands, and we will get a card to clarify the Page of Wands. So with the Page of Wands, we have the Magician again, right? So again, that's just basically saying that going on adventures is going to lead you to new ways of examining your tools, right? Like new adventures, new things in your social life, doing things that maybe you haven't done that you've always thought about doing. That's going to expand your gifts and your tools with that Magician there. All right, second card is the Hierophant. So with the Hierophant, we have the Queen of Swords, right? So the Queen of Swords is, seeing things clearly, right? Mastering your mental clarity, right? So it's like using your gifts of expertise, being a teacher, being able to really, really feel your intuition or feel like the forces that guide you, right? It's going to help you lead to mental clarity. So what is that, right? Like your social life or like your connections can be at home. It's things that you're learning, right? Or if it's out in the world, what are the things that you do that, again, with these Magician cards showing up, are expanding your mental clarity, expanding your mind, right? As an Aquarius. The thing about the Queen of Swords, too, is that she has her back to the past, right? So it's basically saying, too, that it's like maybe some of the things that you've always been doing or the people that you hang out with, maybe some of them you have to leave behind, right? And focus on new connections or new things to do with that Queen of Swords. With the Justice card, we have the High Priestess, right? So this is about intuition, right? You have the Hierophant and the High Priestess coming up here. So those are divine counterparts. So it's like if you're looking to make a romantic connection out in the world, in your social life and in your connections, it means you got to get out of the house. But the Hierophant with Justice is saying that a balanced perspective on what you're doing with your social life right now, and a balanced perspective on the connections that you have in your life right now, it's going to lead you to a place of greater intuition, right? So again, trust your feelings with that King of Cups and this Hierophant card, right? Like trust your feelings as far as like what you want to do. Trust your feelings when you're out in the world and you're socializing and you're enjoying yourself. Like how does it make you feel, right? How is it expanding your intuitive energy, right? And then balance it out, right? Balance out your mental clarity and your mind with your intuition, right? Feel more than think is what I'm getting off of these two cards when you're out in the world and you're socializing and you're having fun. So we have the Magician with your fourth card, and to clarify the Magician, we have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups has been coming up for a lot of people, and the Six of Cups is about a childlike energy, right? The way for you to manifest when you're out in the world is by being like a child, right? Like when we're around people and we're having fun and, we're not thinking about our responsibilities or being an adult all the time, the Six of Cups is a childlike energy. It's that nostalgic energy of when we were more magical, when we were kids, right? I always say when the Six of Cups comes up, think about like those little kids running around at the park, and they are so happy, they are so joyful because of the fact that they're just out socializing, moving their bodies, and having fun, right? So the way for you to manifest more joy with this magician is by taking on that childlike energy. And your last card is the King of Cups. And with the King of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups, right? So this is asking you to walk away from the things in your social life and in your connections, the people, the things that you do that are no longer working for you. Trust your feelings on the things that you need to walk away from. Maybe there are toxic people in your life that you need to walk away from. So it's like, trust your feelings on your social world, your connections, and the things that you do, and walk away from the people or the things that you do that you need to walk away from that are no longer working for you in your life. All right, Aquarius, have a good week. Take care.